Okay, what we are going to start with today is going to be setting up our development environment, okay, for our project. Remember, we are going to create an election tracking system with which we will create it using React. Okay, so our project is going to involve both front end and back end. And yesterday we set up the database, we created the database using MySQL. And today we are going to turn our attention to the part of the programming. So what do we need for this programming? Well, we will need to install some softwares which we will use. The first one is called Node. So let me type Node.js. If you type Node.js, you can see also Node.js download. So you can come over to the website, the Node.js download.com. So you can enter into the website and then you can just download it and install it on your computer. Okay, it is a free download and it is not a heavy software. So you see right now the latest version is version 20.11. Okay, so you simply click and download it, install. If your system is a 32-bit system, you can get 32-bit from here. Okay, otherwise you simply click here and it is 64-bit. Just install it. So what is this software, Node.js? Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript. It allows you to create modern JavaScript applications. Without Node.js, certain dependencies which you may require in your application are simply not going to be possible. On my computer, I have Node.js installed. I think it's version 20.8. We'll see that one later, so I do not need to make another download right now. But for you, if you don't have it, simply download it. Not heavy at all, like I said. So the second software which we are going to need is VS Code. So you can also go to VS Code, Visual Studio Code. You click there, it will take you right into the website where you can do your download. Okay, so you see, here it is. You can download it for Windows, for Linux, for Mac. Okay, so this one is a text editor. It's not necessary that you must work with a Visual Studio Code, but at least it will make your work to be very um, uh, it is one of the most popular actually text editors. Others can be Atom, can be Sublime Text, can be Notepad++, okay, and some many others, okay. But this Visual Studio Code is actually so powerful because it has some extensions which can extend the functionality of the software. Again, a free download. Download it, install it on your computer, and it should be ready to go. On my computer, I have the Visual Studio Code. So, which means I do not necessarily need to make the download. The next thing I will do is to create the folder, my project folder. So let me go to I have where I normally create my applications. I call it folders. It can be whatever on your own, maybe on your desktop, inside documents, any location actually, it doesn't really matters. So here I will be creating a new folder and I will give the folder name election. Okay, I simply call the folder election, and let me make a right click on the folder, and here I can do open with code. Chances are after you install your own, you may not necessarily see this link open with code. So there are many different ways you can open it with code. If you have the shortcut on the desktop like this, you see this is the shortcut of Visual Studio Code. You can simply drag and drop the folder, right there, okay, and then it is going to open. Okay, Visual Studio Code will open for you and it will open the folder as a project. okay, as you will soon see. Okay, let me say yes, I trust auto, and let me close this, and let me also close this as well. All right, so before I continue with everything else, I need to go to the extension marketplace and show you the extension which I am using on this VS Code, which if you like you can use them as well. They will make your development a lot smoother. So let me go to the extension marketplace. Remember, you have to be online before you can install the extensions. So here you can see the extensions that I am having on my VS Code. I have ES7 plus React Redux React Native snippet. You can see it right here written. Okay, I have live server installed on my computer. I have Prettier code formatter. I have Tailwind CSS intelligence. Okay, then which other one do I have? I think that is all that I have right now on my VS Code. Okay, also not necessary that you must have this, but it is extremely important if you do have, because it will help your development to be a lot simpler, smoother, and more enjoyable. So let me come back to the Explorer. Right now we have empty folder with nothing inside. So inside this election, I will have two more folders. Let me select this one and give it the name, let's say server. You can give it whatever name, maybe backend, maybe server, whatever. Okay, and let me create another folder that is on this one. Remember, if you select this one and click the folder, it means the folder is going to be created inside this folder, and you don't want to do it that way. So the next one is going to be within this election folder. Okay, and give it name front end. Okay, so we have the front end, we have the server. All right, so the next thing I will do is I will go to terminal. So let me click on these three dots. Chances are on your computer you will see the other remaining tabs. So you need to come to terminal and select the terminal. So your terminal is going to open down here. This is an integrated terminal, and you can have some other external terminals if you want to. Okay, it is totally fine, it is totally up to you to use. All right, so my terminal has opened, and by the way, I'm using bash, git bash as the terminal. Chances are your own may be PowerShell. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you have the terminal and it is working. So I want to enter into this server folder, so I will do cd server. Press enter. That will allow you to enter into the server, as you can see it right here indicating inside the prompt. Okay, so I will do npm init -y. Okay, what this is going to do is it will allow me to start a node application. Okay, npm space init space -y. You press enter on that, and then your application is going to be initiated. All right, so my package.json has been created. If I open this server, you will see I will have one file which is called package.json. Okay, so you see this is what you have, and this package.json can allow my node application to be able to allow me to work with some dependencies, which are what I am going to install right away. So what dependencies do I want to have inside this application, inside this server? Well, here are they. Let me go to each one of them inside the browser and show you. So we will install Express. That's number one. What is the matter with the computer? It is so slow. We will install MySQL. We will install nodemon. We will also install after nodemon, then we'll install course. Okay, so for cross origin resource sharing, that is the meaning of the course: cross origin resource sharing. Okay, so these four packages we will install. So let me go back to my application, which is right here. I will do npm I express nodemon MySQL course. Okay, so these are the packages. You press enter. So now the Node.js modules will be installed. You will see some more files and folders will be added here. Okay, so the installation has finished.